and salutations, kids. Welcome back to your Pick a Card reading. This is your Pick Your Poison 7-day forecast. We're going to take a look at what's coming up for you in the next 7 days. Today's groups are sex, drugs, or rock and roll. So we've got looks like the Bloodstone Phallus, the chocolate calcite mushroom, and the Amethyst Guitar. These are all available from Crystal Intuition AZ, who has graciously lent me the back auction room to record some readings in while they are otherwise occupied. Everything featured in this video, excepting this handy dandy little card tray that was gifted to me for Yule by my daughter, is available on their website. I will post the link in the description box, as well as mention it several times. Also, this is where I get all my bracelets from. I'm just modeling these today. Huge, loud, look at these knockers. Am I right? Full disclosure, Mama's been drinking. Because it's the end of a work day, it's the end of the work week, and it's the end of a major holiday season, and frankly, I could use the de-stress. I know it's been a while since I posted anything, probably closer to 6 months, but special shout out to Anthony, who informed me fairly recently that he checks every week to see if there's a new video, and god damn it, if that don't make me feel good. Anyway, thanks Anthony, you're a peach. Maybe I'll do a free reading for you one of these days, who knows. As of right now, I don't have any discount codes for Crystal Intuition. I do apologize for that. If I can get some traffic and show some traffic to the website, that gives me a stronger bargaining power to say, hey, Carrie, can I get a discount code like Erica Rocks or Bee's Knees or something? Because that would totally be me. Anyway, go ahead and take a look. Focus on which item calls to you, the penis, the mushroom, or the electric guitar, and then click on the timestamp in the description and it'll take you straight to your reading. Cheers, kids. See you on the other side. Hey, Group 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose Group 1, you chose the Bloodstone Phallus. Congratulations, you are my people. The overarching theme for this 7-day forecast is taken from the Energy Oracle cards. This is something that fell out as I was shuffling the deck. So this is what pretty much your buzzword for the next 7 days. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this reading, that's when it's meant to find you. So for the card appreciation, this card is telling you that you have a lot to be thankful for. And like the bush that's in bloom and thriving and growing behind this woman, there is more yet to come for you. Don't focus on what you feel you lack or you don't have in your life. Focus on the things that bring you joy and bring you comfort and sustain you, whether it's a warm sweater on a cold day, an everyday cup of tea at 5 p.m., or a ridiculously intricate order from your favorite coffee house. It's the little things that are going to propel you forward, and showing appreciation for those little things, well, energy attracts energy. Like attracts like, you're going to attract that abundance back into your life, and it almost like a self-feeding cycle, so to speak. So that is what the overall theme for the next 7 days are. Let's look at the cards that fell out as I shuffled. First one is the Chariot, followed by the Knight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and King of Cups. Awesome. Okay, so first and foremost, with the Chariot, you are in the driver's seat. You are in control of your destination, and you know where you want to go. You know how you want to get there, and you know how much gas it's going to take. You are the person with a plan. Excuse me. So this is definitely you taking charge this week. With the Knight of Cups, you want to ensure that you're not rushing in willy-nilly, half-cocked, ready to go without having all the information at hand. Just a caution, but you are triumphant and you're excited and you're wielding that cup. You're like already toasting your victory before you've even got to your end destination. So it's super important that you don't act rashly, but that you continue to plot. And again, there's so much abundance in your life. Like it almost, I think Benedict Cumberbatch, beautiful man, said it almost feels like an embarrassment of riches, where it's just, there seems to be waves of good things, and they're not all huge, and they're not all like massive lottery winnings or a huge promotion at work. Although for some of you that could be it is the first of the year. That's traditionally when those promotions and stuff hit, at least in my experience. It could be different with wherever you're working, where it goes by quarterly. But I mean, this card, Nine of Pentacles, echoes appreciation. She has everything she needs, or a lot of beauty surrounding her. There's financial stability, there's nature stability, she's well dressed, she's surrounded by beautiful flowers and gold. So you have that a lot to be thankful for. But you didn't just get handed this. You worked very hard for this. Absolutely. With the Nine of Wands, there were sacrifices that you had to make. There were times where you had to take a step back and relinquish some control and some power in order to move ahead. And that is evident in the Knight of Wands. So any ground you gave was strategic and worked in your favor. So it was not seen as a lessening. And so for this week, you're moving ahead stately. You're no longer rushing in. You've got your emotions in check, but you're using your creative power and your logical power and knowledge to propel yourself forward. The important thing to also remember this week is to balance the Two of Pentacles. If you focus too heavily on one aspect of your life, such as work, don't neglect the personal side of your life. You know, you can't be one or the other. It has to be a healthy work-life balance. And the King of Cups. So there's emotional fulfillment here too. I'm going to clarify the King of Cups. Can you clarify the King of Cups? Okay, that's too many. Clarify the King of Cups, please. King of Cups. Six of Cups. Okay, so for the Six of Cups, there are, again, it's bounty. There are many, many offerings available to you, and it's going to ping some it's definitely emotions. Okay, so the sort of abundance that is coming your way is going to not trigger, but like light up some of memories from childhood, like stuff that you wanted to do, or places you wanted to go, or things that you wanted to experience as a child but were neglected, will be presented to you. And it's going to touch you at an emotional level. And I think you will appreciate those experiences more as you continue to heal your inner self and go forward. There's so much color in these cards and so much saturation. There's a lot of beauty, and I think you appreciate that on multiple levels. But there's also beauty about you and about your emotions that you almost are afraid that people don't see. That's my bottom deck energy. Temperance. You are learning to balance the vulnerable parts of you with the logical take charge attitude parts of you that you've had to nurture and cultivate. And this week, that is going to start coming to a head, and there may be evolutions and breakthroughs as you continue on your path. But again, temperance is also about balance. Two of Pentacles, also about balance. Appreciating the big things and the small things, taking control of your life. Like, you've got great momentum that is starting to kick in. I feel there's so much positive energy surrounding you in this reading that you can't help but be full of life and creativity and embracing that pleasure and abundance the best way you can. I'm going to pull one Moonology card to end this reading. Meditate and contemplate, new moon and Pisces. So again, appreciate what you have. Look at the little things, look at the big things, appreciate the little things so you can make room to accept and embrace the bigger things. Balance, seek that balance. That's been coming up a lot. I feel a lot of us have been either giving our all to one quadrant of our life and neglecting the others. For some, the rest is good if they're focusing solely on their personal life and seeking comfort at home. Absolutely, that's exactly what they needed. But for most of us, and because I'm a Capricorn, I pick up really strong Capricorn energy when it comes to working, overworking, being a workaholic, focusing entirely on the work. Because if you can't show that you are working hard and moving forward, at least for me, my biggest concern is, well, then what good am I? What use am I here for? And that should not be your mindset. You should be working to pay your bills and have fun and disposable income, because unfortunately we live in a society and it's required. But you shouldn't be giving your all to a company, to an entity. You should be doing what you need to do, and then to obtain the level of success that you want, absolutely work for that. But you need to take time to meditate and quiet your brain, appreciate the smaller things in life. And that's all I got for you guys. I'm sorry if it's a little all over the place. It has been a while. I'm still getting back into the feel of energy readings. If it resonated, go ahead and let me know. Feedback fuels me. I love to see positive feedback. If it didn't, smash that dislike button. Come back at another time, hopefully. Or fair winds and following seas, man. Maybe I'll see you around sometime. Anyway, kids, that was your 7-day forecast. Pick a card reading. I will see you again next time. Have a good night. Cheers. Welcome, Group 2, to your reading. If you picked Group 2, you chose the chocolate calcite mushroom. I pulled a card from the Energy Oracle deck. This will be your overarching theme for the next 7 days. As a reminder, this is a timeless reading for your 7-day forecast, so whenever you find it, that's the appropriate time for it to find you. In regards to the number 21 strategy card, when you get this card, it lets you know that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals. You'll see that a journal is there, there's a pen, there's an ink pot. So this is a strong suggestion to write down the direction that you want to go in. Write down any potential change and course that may be needed. Add any details that may help you along the way. Break it down into smaller tasks. Be aware of the particulars of the goals that you're seeking and have some sort of conscious plan in mind. This week is not a week to simply wing it and see where the road takes you. This is a time for a very structured, short-term goal point bullet list. So to help make your end major goal a reality. Spend some time setting things in order and get ready to take control. You want to add some thought before you leap into action, and for the next 7 days. So basically that's what this card is telling you. So the cards that we again, I used the royal we, that I have shuffled out for you are 2 of Wands, 4 of Cups, King of Cups, that came out in my last reading, 2 of Swords, the Hermit, 10 of Swords, yeesh, and 5 of Cups. Let's put this bad boy right here. So right away, there are going to be some decisions that you have to make. You know, two paths diverged in the woods. Are you going to take the one less traveled, or are you going to stay whatever course that you feel is tried and true? It also says you don't have to accept everything that you're offered. And at some point, there's going to be some stuff that you're going to walk away from, whether it's people, whether it's relationship, whether it's opportunities. If something twinges in your gut that no longer serves your highest good, there is no shame in walking away. You don't have to accept everything that is given to you. And the Two of Swords energy is represented, again, the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords. This also speaks, it's not the Justice card, but it reminds me of justice because justice is blind. You've got your King of Cups. So overall, it may be an emotional decision. The only suit I don't see represented are coins or discs or pentacles. So this is all emotional and logical and what you feel in your gut. Take time to really think. Even if you have to isolate yourself or you're currently isolating, this is whatever decision that you make to achieve your end goals is not something that other people can make for you. It is not something that other people can do for you. So that is why strategy is so important. So you have to write down your goals and your long-term plans and your short-term steps and how to get there. Break it down into easy bite-sized pieces, because you are going to have to look at all of the data, analyze that, and pick which way is the best way forward for you. Overall, the long-term process is going to be hard work, but you're aware of that. You already know where you want to go. Is not something that is just going to be handed to you. And if it were handed to you, you wouldn't want it, because you want that accolade and that awareness that everything that you've got by working hard and doing the work and putting in the time and effort for it. But there is the chance that because you are a deeply emotional person, whether you show it to people or not, I get a feeling a lot of you hide that aspect about yourself, because you don't want to be perceived as soft or weak, and there is nothing wrong with softness. And this was said to me recently, you're not kind, but you're good. Or something like that. I feel that you don't come off as overly nice to people. You're very focused on your goals and your job and doing what you need to do to accomplish your stuff, but you do have a heart and you do care for people. And when it's apparent, it normally kind of throws others off balance because they don't see that. Excuse me. And that's something that just came through. Back to the 7-day forecast. As a reminder, I have been drinking. I do apologize. Not enough to stop drinking, but it's just a little cocktail. So for your 7-day forecast, the overarching theme is strategy. There are decisions that you have to make, but don't be afraid to pull back. If you don't pull back, if you rely on other people, to make that choice. If you give away your agency, that is going to bite you in the butt. There even may be like some metaphorical backstabbing that's going on. Remember, not everybody is in your corner. Not everybody is cheering for you, and not everybody wants you to succeed. Whether it's envy, whether it's jealousy, whether it is a slight from 6th grade, or a busted relationship where you moved on and they didn't. Not everyone is going to be fighting for you to reach your goals. So you can't put that decision and that choice making into their hands. This is all something that you have to do. Now, for those who are partnered, if it's a major life change, absolutely discuss it with your partner. But again, they're not the one who has to live with that decision completely. You are. And don't be afraid to walk away. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because obviously this person is in pain. I mean, but don't focus on what you're losing. Focus on still what is there to be had. Like, and again, if you're offered something that seems too good to be true, do your research. Look at your strategy plan. Fall back on the skills that have served you thus far. Look into things. Don't just be accepting things because they're given to you at face value, whether that's an opportunity, whether that's knowledge, or whether that's advice. Some of the worst advice we get is unsolicited. We don't need to hear it, but they tell us anyway. I'm going to pull a Moonology Oracle card to see where else we're going. Does group 2 need to know for the next 7 days? Okay. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. Absolutely. Hold on to what you want to accomplish, where you see yourself succeeding. Hold on to that end goal and motivation. Bottom deck energy of this is a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. Libra is also a very emotional sign. It's also the scales. It's also of balance. And let's do one more. One more. Group 2. It's the final thing that group 2 needs to learn about the next 7 days. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Okay, so there's some chemistry going on, which the King of Cups, he's emotionally balanced. He's emotionally at the top of his game. He does not allow his emotions to overrule him, though. He has them firmly within his grasp. For some of you, that's the new emotional connection or romantic connection. For others, that is going to be you itself. So a new cycle is beginning, and it's super important when something like that happens and we get that rush of dopamine and serotonin and all those little lovely love chemicals, and we lose focus of our goals. If you have that strategy written down, it'll help you stay on the path. And again, the cup of love could be being offered. Someone else may be rejected. So keep that in mind as you're going forward when the next 7 days. I feel that the new romantic connection is someone that you don't know yet or have just met very recently. I'm talking within the last 24 hours. So that is your reading. I do apologize that it's super short. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things. If it resonated, let me know in the comments. Feedback fuels me. It really keeps me motivated to keep doing these things, and I hope to post more regularly in the future. If it didn't, smash that dislike button on your way out, and I hope you have a great rest of your year. If you checked me out for more than 20 seconds, I appreciate you, and I hope to see you back again sometime. Bye. Hey Group 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose Group 3, then you picked the Amethyst Guitar for rock and roll. Welcome. So the first card that I drew was a energy oracle card for the overall theme of the next 7 days. Remember, this is a timeless reading. Whenever you find it is the correct time for it to find you. So for the next 7 days, the overarching theme is that you need rest and rejuvenation. You've been exceedingly busy lately, possibly social engagements, possibly professional engagements. But this card is telling you that it's time to relax, and you should be finding more time to just relax and hang out and let go of everything. And when you do, allow yourself to go, kind of like into a meditative state, go deeper into yourself and just process everything that has happened, not just over the past couple weeks, but over the past year. And just kind of sit in those vibes and prepare yourself to move forward into 2022 or whenever this reading finds you. Again, there should be more leisure time, so take this opportunity for hobbies, leisure time, peaceful thinking, and make it a priority. You need to make yourself a priority, and I think that's something that's been lacking for those of you who chose Group 3 for rock and roll. All right, so let's get into the next 7 days. The first card that I drew is the King of Cups, followed by the Two of Cups, the Moon, King of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and we've got Six of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands. So if you notice, I didn't put these down in the order with which they were drawn. I put them down in the order for which I felt they were called. All right, so the King of Cups and the King of Swords, we've got the head and the heart. This is a very well-balanced duo. These are both men who are in control of not only their, more aggressive impulses, but their softer impulses as well. They're soft, but there's no loss of any strength or assertiveness. And this is a very masculine energy dominated reading, even with rest and rejuvenation. And they're looking at each other almost as if it's a yin and yang. And normally the image that I'm getting is like an angel and a devil on the shoulder, but in this case it's two angels, or two good aligned beings. So we've got the Two of Cups, the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. This is a time about phases and balance. The Two of Cups balanced, and while you may be focused on work, it's time to let that go a little bit. There's a new phase that's starting up, which is echoed in the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon. I kind of want to draw a Moonology Oracle card as well as with the Ace of Wands as well. So it's about balance and seeking that peaceful creativity between yourself and the world around you. This is a new phase that you'll be entering this week. Just one of calmness and peace. There's really not a lot going on, which I think is what you need, to be quite honest. All right, what Moonology card? The answers you need are coming. Full Moon and Gemini. Let's do another one. And look at the bigger picture. So this may seem as sort of, to you may feel a little bit stagnated, but there is no Four of Swords energy here. In fact, the only swords that we have is the King of Swords. Now the Ace of Wands, that's creative, and I feel as if it's a soft fire that is burning. So it's not like this passionate, engulfing inferno. It's a gentle glow of a candle. So again, the overall theme is very soft, and very peaceful, and just kind of not withdrawing into yourself, because I don't see the Hermit, although we can clarify. It just take time to make yourself a priority, because things are going to start picking up again, ideally in the work towards the end of this week, which makes a lot of sense in the time that we're at. Okay, so Four of Swords energy. So this is definite. You may feel stagnated, but this is definitely the universe telling you that you need to take a rest, because things are going to get very, very busy again with the Eight of Pentacles. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you look forward to that. And I think for those of you who chose rock and roll, you find it very hard to be alone with your thoughts or be alone with yourself. Almost like a very, I don't want to say extroverted, because you're not true extroverts, but you may have realized that you needed people a lot more than you anticipated. A lot of them came out. That's too many. We're not reading these. Let's go ahead and pull a couple more. Okay. Five of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Emperor. So it felt like maybe that you've been feeling that you've been butting heads with a lot of people. This past year has given you a lot to grieve or a lot to lose over, and you feel that you may have been isolated from your peers due to your position in a professional capacity. Which we've got these. Put these over here. So this is definite time for you to take a rest. You absolutely deserve it. You absolutely are entitled to that quiet time to decompress and to step away. You don't have to give 100% of yourself to everyone every time, because there's no way for you to replenish that energy if you keep giving it away. No matter how big your heart is, you still need to take time for yourself. And that is funny that the Four of Swords did come up. But this is it's just a phase, Mom. This is just a phase, a cycle for the next 7 days. Again, things are going to perk up towards the end of the week, especially in work-wise as everybody comes back into the office for whatever reason. And your heavy rock and roll lifestyle will pick up again. Let's pick one more. Does group 3 need to know finally about next 7 days? So we've got man holding a heart, caring connections, and first angel Michael. The man holding a heart, again, very masculine energy in this reading, for sure. So it may be something that you're holding on to. Again, I don't feel as if you're partnered, or if you are, it's a very loose connection. But it's there, you're open, but you're not in a rush. There is a caring connection in your future. I do want to say that it's someone that you know, and there's probably a bit of yearning or mutual pining on both parts. You may have to fight for this connection just a little bit, but nothing too intense. You have to put yourself out there, and you have to devote that time as well. So, and that's going to take up a lot of energy in regards to work. I don't feel if this is a work connection. Let me see. Can you clarify caring connections? So we've got 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and then a whole bunch of cards fell out, the top of which was the 3 of Swords energy. So this connection may be associated with work. I think there is some third-party energy there, but I don't know whom it is. But the feminine energy is really at the top of her game, and she's content with what she has materialistically, but right now she's definitely lacking in the cups department. So when I say that you may have to fight for this connection, you have to put forth effort for courtship, to forging those connections, to making your interest known, and she has to be willing to leave behind what place she's currently in. So a lot of ambiguity. This energy is very much in flux. I definitely feel waves. So it will take some time. Things will kick off like a little nudge, a little flirtation here and there, but it's going to definitely take some time for this connection to come to fruition. And I think that's something that the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon is telling us as well. This will work if both parties want it to work. But if one has doubts or holds back, then it will not come to fruition. Both parties have to be heavily invested in this. But the main takeaway is to definitely rest and gear up. And then when you're ready, step forward. Because remember, this is you, the cups and the swords, man, the head and the heart balanced on the same page, looking towards the same goal, which ironically is the guitar. I think music is going to be a big part of this connection as well. And you just have to be prepared to work for it. Which now the 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles make sense. You feel that you may have to continue to provide a standard of living to which she is already accustomed to. I don't think that may not be the case. Let me see what the bottom deck energy is. 10 of Wands. If you do that, that's going to be a lot of uphill battle your way. So she is not materialistic. She has what she has because right now that's her life. So don't stress yourself out in thinking that you have to provide huge houses and mansions and everything for her, because that's not what she wants. There is a severe lack of cups of emotional fulfillment in her life. And that makes me sad for her. All right, guys, that was your brief 7-day forecast reading. If any point you are interested in extended reading, drop it in the comments. Let me know. It's not something that I've considered in the past, but it's starting to come up more recently. Thanks for checking me out. I apologize that I've been away so long and I am a little bit rusty, but I look forward to getting back into the swing of things, and I hope to see you guys back again soon. If this did not resonate, go ahead and smash that dislike button, and maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't. If it did, leave me a comment. Comments fuel my motivation and keep me going. It's super nice to see when there's something positive to be seen. So thanks for checking me out, guys. This has been Tiny Mike Tarot. Have a great day.